Now, here we are in 2023, people are still saying the world is burning.
Honey, let's masturbate.
And the water has yummy microplastics in it, and I'm over here wondering when I'm going to speak to a woman. God, I hate this bitch. And why so many remakes and reimaginings keep being made. It's almost like it's easy money for them.
Cue the transition.
You've got the story, you've got the setting, characters, everything you need. Now you've got to make it a little bit more playable than what it was on the initial release. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And Final Fantasy VII Remake comes to mind. But yeah, it comes to mind alright. God damn. Now, I never played the remake or the original, but it really does look like an amazing game compared to Final Fantasy 15. Now, I'm not sure if it'll make me cry, but anyways, it was fairly faithful from what I was seeing, other than some parts here and there. From what it seems, the remake had a very passionate team behind it, and I'm pretty sure they knew that their game was going to be a success no matter what, even though it was Final Fantasy 7 is, from what I know, the most popular of them all. But they could have easily fucked this all up, but they didn't. Now, the cringy price tag of $70, I don't know about that one, but I'll let it slide, but I'm not buying it. But with this remake, it kind of shows that something that's made with care and love can get a second wind and popularity. Why do I bring up Final Fantasy VII? Well, the reason is simple. It desperately needed a remake. But for a lot of games, they really don't need a remake or a remaster to begin with. Just look at the GTA trilogy. They did a really shit job at remastering it instead of actually remaking the game because they have GTA 5. They make plenty of money off of the shark cards in GTA, and they're not going to sit there and take the time to actually remake those games or actually remaster them properly.
You're not running from this conversation. You wanna... Alright. Listen to me, you little fat fuck.
But I think that's a problem in and of itself because it's going to become slowly more apparent, and you'll start to see more games that are like this anyways. And this brings up another question. Have triple A's. This brings up another question. Have AAA games succumb to the age-old curse of complacency? Because I think some have. What always happens with complacency, what happens is the ship always sinks. Luckily, it's not all of them, but some of them, like Rockstar, Bethesda, and the COD team, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer. Now, I do know it's risky to make a new IP, but it's that fear and complacency that holds things back. They're willing to basically stay the same and not evolve from their past mistakes. And it really shows with things like Treyarch continuously making the Black Ops series or Sledgehammer doing the same thing with the World War series. Infinity Ward's guilty of it too. But with these games, as they've been getting older and older, it's becoming more apparent that in a way they're losing their own souls as games. And this is why I think that remakes are becoming a commonplace as well. They don't sit there and try to make you buy anything. What you buy is what you get. As to where now it doesn't seem like that. And that's where I think remakes and remasters and all that type of stuff kind of shines in a way. If games were to actually change this, they'd be alright. But for now, at least with AAA multiplayer type games, I don't think that's going to be the case. But people still buy them, but they don't really stay for long. And I'm one of those people that still buys COD, but from what I think is the last frontier in terms of gaming, I would have to say is the indie genre, whether it's first-person strategies or whatever, because that's usually made by a team that actually cares about what they're making. Now compare these to the AAA games like the CODs, the Battlefields, the GTAs, and yeah, the indie games may not be as good, but you can tell that they really cared about their game. Now some of them, they're kind of dog water. But what I hope you get from this video is that not a lot of remakes and all that stuff needs to be even made in the first place. Now don't get me wrong, some of them do need to be made, so long as it's just a good job. And with a lot of indie games, they're somewhat original in what they're releasing, which is completely different than what you would get from a remastered, which is already made product. And these are really just my opinions. You could feel free to disagree with them in the comments below. That's kind of the end of the video. Now feel free to call me retarded. It's what I do. Subscribe, like, and comment. Next video will be out soon. Thanks for watching.